Okay, good evening, everybody. Thank you for joining me on this Tuesday evening call. I want to run through tonight some of the information that was given out by Char. I don't know how many of you were actually on her call. I know Terry was on her call, so it's going to be familiar to him what I want to run through. But I've actually started off by my backdrop tonight, which is a little nugget from which I got from Char. Now, this is a Facebook page that I've created. I've sent out an invitation to you all to join the page. And what it is, it's an information only page. We're not going to go in there with recognitions, congratulating people, rank advancements, or anything like that. This is purely for information. So when you get a prospect that you want to have all the information firsthand, then I'm going to find a way. I'm not sure whether I've got it set correctly at the moment. It was Graham's daughter that helped me set it up because she's a bit cute with things like this. At the moment, Graham and myself are admins. So what I want to do is make it accessible so that all you, my leaders here, can put your prospects into this group and they can see a presentation from John Kinnear. They can see the due diligence done on the company by Chris Kramers. I've taken it off of our landing page, and several other little bits. The Huasca Lopez interview with Janet up at the offices in Panama. And as we get more and more videos, information videos, I'm going to put them into the group. So if I can share with you what I've done, hopefully. Wait for this to disappear. Hang on a second. Let's go to the Facebook here. I have a problem with you, Pete. You're not friends with me on Facebook. I know that's a family issue, but perhaps perhaps we can actually do that.
What, become friends?
Well, on Facebook, so you can actually come into this. Yes. So this is the Facebook group here, which I was trying to find some sort of title that was a bit different to anybody else's, because a lot of people that were on Char's call were all going down a similar path. So I wanted something slightly different. I've got in the box here roughly what the earnings are per week, and this is a link to my landing page. I know a lot of you have already got your own, but this is just, you know, some point where people can come. So I've got here, this is what the group's about, and Char, how to create the legacy pack that I want to run through tonight, because I know several people haven't seen that, haven't had the time to go on and see that. And down here, this was Monday night's John Kinnear's presentation on the business, that he goes into fine detail of the matrix, the uni level, and every aspect of the business. Again, off the landing page is Joanna, and as several of you know, this is the video, the fact that she was on the Forex floor of the banks. So she made sure that the banks didn't wipe us out, wipe our money out in our accounts. And the video very recently, only a couple of weeks, couple of days ago at Panama, was Janet Jones talking to Huasca and getting basically all his background from when he was a child and what has inspired him to set up CFX for us. Now, several of them on the Futures Managers and Executive meeting, where a lot of this has come from, have put Richard Mauld's due diligence video into their pages. Well, I actually spoke to Richard the other night, and it should be taken down, because his due diligence talks about Ever FX. And as you know, we don't deal with Ever FX anymore. So the Richard Mauld due diligence video shouldn't be used. So I've gone with Chris Kramer's, and this is a guy that basically says any rubbish that is put out there is what really should be written on the toilet walls. So I prefer this due diligence. This is honest and true and isn't saying anything that we're not allowed to say. And that's it at the moment. So if any of you have got any other videos you think would be good for information for our prospects, please let me know and I'll put them into the group. But that's a good starting point for people at the moment. So what I wanted to do was actually go to Char. Is this the right one? Let's have a look. No, not that one. There's another one here.
Need some more tabs open, Janet.
Yeah, I do, and it's underneath here. I've got two videos up here from Char. At least I did have the one that was up here when I started.
You scroll up. Is it not on the page?
Not that one, isn't. No.
Okay.
No. Okay, I'll try and find that. I want to go into this one then. This is actually Char explaining how to create a legacy pack. So when you're talking to prospects, you can actually include this now and show them how powerful it is to actually have a 3-pack strategy. And she does it right from the $300 pack, going all the way up through the levels. And I think it's definitely worth listening to this in its entirety. It is 29 minutes, but I would like you to all have a listen because I know many of you haven't yet seen it. So if you'd bear with me, that would be great. Actually, share the sound would help, wouldn't it? Share the sound. Yeah, that would help.
Koski. And I wanted to do a really quick video, just really helping people understand how to create a legacy for their family. I've had quite a few people reach out to me wanting to know how I got started with Cashfx and how I really structured and built the foundations to my business. So what I want to do is really help map out for you and really, I guess, break down in what I call normal people's terms on how to really create multiple packs and create that legacy for your family, just like we have. So first and foremost, I'm not going to go into any background on the company at all. So you should have already watched quite a few videos that would have given you the information you needed to make an educated decision. So what I'm going to do is really break it down even further so you can actually understand how you can create multiple packs and have multiple streams of income and creating that legacy for your family all passively on autopilot. So what I want to do is first I will just share my screen because again, it is all about really breaking things down and keeping it really simple because there isn't really anything hard about this platform at all. So very quickly, let's touch on this spreadsheet. So this spreadsheet here that you can actually see in front of you is all the different packs that you actually can get started with. So if you go over to the left-hand side over here, you know that you can start anywhere from $300 US all the way up to 100K. Now, these packs are designed that whatever entry you come in at, no matter what, Cashfx will double your investment over time. Now, really super important that you understand that it is over time. Currently at the moment, we're averaging, a 5% return per week on each pack. So if you're looking at a $300 pack, no, it's going to be 5% of that in terms of returns. Now, I want to break it down for you so you really understand it. So for example, let's start with a $1,000 pack because that's generally where a lot of people actually start. So if you start with a $1,000 pack, know that Cashfx will double your investment. So not only will they return that $1,000 that you invested, but they'll return an additional $1,000 on top of that. which will make it 2,000. Now, this spreadsheet is really, really super important. So you get to choose where you want to start, but the most important part of this is knowing exactly how many months it's going to take for you to get to those 100K packs, you know, returning anywhere from $3,500 onwards per week per pack. Now, the beautiful thing about Cashfx, they have an upgrade process that you can absolutely utilize and follow all the way through. Now, they keep it really simple. So, for example, if you're starting with $1,000 pack, we already know that Cashfx is going to double it to 2,000 over time, right? So think about it this way. It's trading, trading, trading. You're making your withdrawals. You're taking your money out weekly. And let's say, for example, you get up to $1,900 return. So you've got your $1,000 back plus an additional $900. You can actually upgrade your package to a $2,000 pack and only pay the difference, because you've already invested $1,000, you've got your $1,000 back, you've got $900. You can actually invest another $1,000 and take it to a $2,000 pack. Now, you'll only be charged the difference from the pack that you currently have to the package that you're going to. So, for example, you've got a $1,000 pack, your next upgrade is $2,000. So your upgrade will cost you $1,000. Now, in terms of what that looks like, when we talk about really getting to that 100K pack, because that's everyone's goal, to be returning anywhere between, you know, the $3,500 to $4,000 per week, on the far right-hand side, you'll see roughly approximately how many months it's going to take for you to reach that. So if you started at $1,000, you know that it's going to take 14 months for you to reach that $100,000 pack, returning the $3,500 to $4,000 per week. Now, that's absolutely crazy. It's ridiculous. Knowing that you can invest $1,000 and in 40 months, you're going to have $100,000 without putting any more of your own money into it. Now, guys, what you need to understand is the system is designed for you not to put any more money in. It's about following the upgrading process, allowing Cashfx to, you know, passively earn for you while you're, you know, putting it aside and being able to upgrade with your profits. Again, not having to put any more of your own money into that. So I really wanted to explain this part because a lot of people get quite confused with it, thinking, you know, they have to continually to put money in to upgrade your packs and stuff, but you absolutely don't. What you want to be doing is taking your profits from the platform and reinvesting your profits, okay? Now, of course, if you start with a $300 pack, it's going to take approximately 51 months to get to that 100K pack. But of course, you can compress time. And now when we talk about compressing time, what I mean by that is, you know, you can start at a higher pack and, you know, you're compressing time. So for example, a $300 pack is 51 months to a 100K pack. But if you start at a $1,000 pack, it's 40 months. You've already taken off 11 months, so nearly a whole year of getting to that next level. So grab a screenshot of this as well. If you're added into one of our Facebook groups, they are in the file section, so just go check them out there. Now, the next part that I want to bring to your attention is what we're talking about in terms of other bonuses that you can get from Cashfx. So the biggest part here that I want you to really pay close attention to is the pack price and the fast start value. Now, what Cashfx does is that if you refer somebody into the platform, they will reward you with a fast start bonus. So let's say, for example, you know, mum or dad reached out to me and they're just like, Char, I want $1,000 pack. So I refer them to the platform with my unique affiliate link. They join with $1,000 pack. I will personally be rewarded $150 bonus for that. Now, again, you can do this totally passively and not share it with people and just keep it for yourself, or you can share it with others, with family members, to help them have a passive income coming in as well. But know that you will be rewarded. But one of the main reasons I show you this is because the way that we structured our family pack, which I'm going to map out for you, and I'm going to take you through exactly how we were able to create multiple packs and really set up a legacy for our girls, which to me is super important. So again, when I refer to Fast Start, this is the column number 2 I'm referring to. And again, you'll be able to find this in the Facebook groups that you're in, or just reach out to the person who actually is showing you this video, and they'll be able to get you a copy of it. Okay, so what I want to do is I'm going to really get into now exactly how we created a family pack and how we've structured it so we can create legacy for our family. So I've got my whiteboard. Everyone knows when Char gets her whiteboard out, we're talking some serious numbers. So I'm going to just quickly pull that across just so you can all see it. Now, just want to make sure that you can see it all properly. Okay, so you should be able to see that nice and close. Now, I always say to everybody, know exactly what it is that you want to start with, because knowing what your original investment is really going to help you structure what a family pack actually looks like. So, for example, we know that when I first started, my original investment was $2,500 US. Now, we know Cashfx doesn't have a $2,500 pack. So what I created was a family pack. And now let's be honest, why have one pack trading at 100K when you can have multiples? And this is the way that we've structured it, so you understand. So our very first pack that we opened, now for this instance, I'm just going to call it pack 1, so P1. That there is my husband's account. We opened him up with a $500 account. Then what we did was we opened up pack number 2, which was my pack. We opened it up at $1,000 US, and we also opened up pack number 3 at $1,000, which is actually one in my dad's name. Now, keeping in mind, guys, you can actually open up packs on behalf of family members, but full transparency, you need to ask their permission for it. They need to be 18 and over. They can't be under 18, because you will be asked for ID to make sure that it is a legit person and they are real. In this instance, the way I explain this pack is I spoke to my dad about it, and he's just like, yep, cool, whatever. I'm not interested in it, but sure, use my name. So what I did was I opened a pack for dad under pack 3, and I was pack 2 and my husband was pack 1. Now, by creating this here, what it actually did do was help me recycle my investment. Now, it's really important that when we're talking about money, we want to make our money work harder and smarter and faster for us. So if you can recycle any of your investment, this is how you would structure it. So by me opening my pack under my husband, under pack 1, my pack 1 earned $150 US fast start bonus. And my pack 3 earned 150 fast start bonuses to my actual top pack there. So I've already recycled $300 of my original investment I have back. Okay. So again, it's about recycling and making the most of your investment. Now, a lot of people say to me, you know, what does that actually look like? So picture it this way. So I'm here in Australia, so I have a Commonwealth Bank account. My initial investment was $2,500, which is in my bank. What I did was I actually opened up an online wallet. Here in Australia, we use CoinSpot. Of course, every country is different. So again, reach out to the person who popped you onto this call, and they'll be able to help you. So what I did was I transferred from my Commonwealth Bank into my online wallet, my $2,500. Then I disperse it. This is Char's wallet, by the way. So this is my wallet. I dispersed my funds into pack 1, pack 2, and pack 3, all from my wallet. So know that when I do any form of withdrawal from the platform, whether I withdraw from pack 1, pack 2, pack 3, any funds actually go into my online wallet. Okay? So even though it might be in my husband's name or my name or, you know, a family member's name, I'm making the money. Okay, so it's really important to actually understand that there. Now, a lot of people also say to me, is there any reason why I did pack 1, pack 2, pack 3 in that order? There is no reason. That's just exactly how it worked it out. So whether it's you, your husband, you know, your mum, your dad, your aunt, your uncle, your child who is 18 and over, it's totally up to you how you actually structure it. But again, understand, why have one pack aiming for 100K when you can have multiple packs? Now, let me go into some of the ways that you actually can create the packs. Now, this is really, really exciting when I say this, because I like to share what the actual facts and the results of what people are actually getting. So these are actually based on the first quarter 2021. I don't know if you can see that. Yeah, you can. Okay, cool. So this is what actually happened in the first quarter. So January, February, March this year. So some different packs that you can actually start with. Now, these are the packs that I see very often. We have a 300 at the top, a 500 and 500. Now, with that there, knowing that when you're starting, remember how we're talking about the fast start bonus? The $500 packs are both going to return $75 each. So it's going to give you a return of 150 USD automatically. Okay. The next pack that I see very often, this one is very common, and I think it's because I started with that, so a lot of people do that. And that is the same strategy. Now, again, keeping in mind, this is going to return 300 USD of your original investment straight away. So it's super important, because remember, we're talking about the fast start bonus, and we're talking about really recycling your investment. If you can recycle it and reuse it anyway, you really want to do it. Again, making your money work harder and smarter for you. The next pack that we see very commonly is 1,000 at the top, 2,000 and 2,000. Now that one there is going to return $600 Again, that's allowing you to recycle some of your original investment. Whether you put it back into a top account, another account, and use it for one of your upgrades, it's totally up to you. And the last pack that I see that is extremely common, this is probably the most common one. It is a 2,000 at the top, a 3,000 and a 3,000. Now that one is going to return $900 of your original investment. Okay, so I guess understanding this here, the family structure, and really how you can recycle your investments. Doesn't matter which pack you actually start with, you get to choose what works for you. It's really understanding what you're going to get back so you can recycle it and reuse it. Now, the next thing that I want to cover is what these packs actually returned in the first quarter, because, you know, a lot of people say to me, Michelle, what did it look like? What was the returns? Now, keeping in mind, Cashfx trade Monday to Friday, 5 days a week. Now, they are overseas. So for anyone, I'm based in Australia. So for me, it's Tuesday to Saturday because we're a day ahead. But I really want you to understand what kind of return you're actually going to get based on your packs. Because reality is, guys, banks aren't going to do this for you. Actually, I tell a lie. Banks do this, but you just don't see any of it, which it blows my mind, you know. knowing that, you know, I've got money sitting in my bank account and I'm not getting anything for it, or, you know, like $20 a quarter, whatever it is, this is going to allow you to really make the most of your money. So if you started with this family pack, for example, the 3, the 5, and the 5, in the first quarter this year, that returned $607.88. Not bad, right? Actually, it's better than not bad. It's a shitload of money for doing nothing. This is passively. This is not sharing it with anybody. This is just allowing the system to double your investment, okay? That's what that pack returned in the first quarter. Again, your bank isn't going to give you this. So have a think about, you know, what it is that you start with. Now, the next pack is the 500, the 1,000, and 1,000. This one here returned for the first quarter this year $1,169 US. Now, mind you, this is all USD, so it's all in. So again, convert it to whatever country you're in to work out what your return was. Again, your bank's not going to give you that. If you've currently got $2.5 grand sitting in your bank account right now, you'd be nuts not to invest it and make money on it, okay? This sometimes takes people a couple of weeks to earn, like your 9-to-5 job. That's just going into a whole new area, which I'm not going to go into because I can bang on that for hours and hours and hours. The next pack, which was the 1,000, 2,000, and 2,000. Again, guys, if you have $5,000 sitting in your bank account, and I know a lot of people do, right, saving it for a rainy day. Yeah, great, but what are you earning from it? Like, have a think about that. It's crazy. Now, this $5,000 pack here, the family pack, returned $2,338 US in the first quarter. Again, money for doing nothing. This is all passive. Again, not referring it to anybody, not doing anything, just allowing the system to do the work for you. And the last one, which is the 2,000 at the top and the 3,000 underneath it. Again, guys, if you have $8,000 sitting in your bank account, I'm telling you now, if you haven't invested it and made your money work harder for you, you're nuts. Because this pack here returned $3,740.80 USD in the first quarter. Again, passive income. I talk about this all the time and really helping people educate themselves on not only making their money work smarter and harder, so in this instance, creating the family pack to recycle your investment, but then again, knowing that if this was the first quarter, guys, some people, like, it blows up. Some people don't even earn that. Do you know what I mean? Like, allowing your money to work harder and smarter for you, this is where the magic happens right here. Let's take it another level, right? So we already know the types of packs you can start with. We know what it returned in the first quarter, and these are facts, guys. It actually physically happened. Okay. Now, obviously, I can only give you the first quarter because we're in April right now. But when we have a new quarter, of course, I'll update it so you can understand that. But let's take it another step forward when we're talking about fast start bonuses and what it actually looks like. Now, going back to the reason why I created the family pack was because I love money, and the more I have of it, the more abundance I have, the more things that I can do. Like, anyone that says money isn't everything, bullshit. It's a lie. I call crap on that. You need money to be able to go do things that you want to do, right? So let's talk about pack one, right? Let's say pack one's trading. It's trading. It's trading. It's got itself up to 100K. We've got pack 2 and pack 3. So now all packs are trading at 100K. Because a lot of people say, you know, what does cap out mean? What does that mean? What happens when Cashfx double your investment? first and foremost, you get to the you keep upgrading your packs to the 100 until you get to the 100K packs, right? What does it look like when you get to the 100K pack? Now, again, remembering Cashfx is going to double your investment. So if you're on a 100K pack, in my instance, I've got 3 100K packs. What does that look like when they cap out? So we know that they're going to double my investment. So it's going to be 200, 200, and 200, which gives me a total of $600,000, right? Based on my 3 packs. Now, if they cap out, you've earned 600. Now, what we do have is 20% of your earnings go back into the matrix. It goes back into the platform for you to earn additional money, right? So you minus your 20% on that. So take away the 20% matrix fee. Matrix fee. It leaves you a balance of $480,000. Now, what are you going to do with that $480,000? Now, you've taken it out of the platform, so your packs are all on 0. What are you going to do? My advice would be I would take 300,000, so minus 300,000, and reinvest 100K pack here, 100K pack here, and of course 100K here. Now, that there leaves me with a total profit of 180,000, right? So I've got 180,000. I also have 300,000 trading again, earning more money, but we also get the fast start bonus on this. So when I take my my 300K and I purchase new packs here, look what happens here. We get the fast start bonus. So I'm going to get 15,000 here, which is from the first pack, and I'm going to get 15,000 here. Again, that there, add another 30,000 down here. Now, we also get a uni-level bonus as well, which is also going to return another $3,000. So putting it all together, it's leaving me with 210K. Actually, it's not, it's 213K profit, USD, and I still have 3 packs trading at 100K. Does that make sense? And this is why I always say to people, it doesn't matter where you start. Going back to the different ways you can get started, there's so many different ways that you can. And of course, your aim is to get to the 100K packs. But this is crazy. These numbers are absolutely insane. And I feel like this is the best way that I can actually break it down for you so that you can create that legacy for people. So I hope it all makes sense to you guys. And I've tried to keep it pretty simple. Now, of course, you know, when we talk about creating that legacy, I always say to people, why stop at 1 pack? It's just absolutely crazy. If you have the option to be able to create multiple packs and earn multiple passive incomes, why wouldn't you? So again, going back to the start and really understanding what does your original investment look like? Knowing what that dollar amount is, and then break it down in terms of what the packs actually look like for you. So if you have, you know, $3,000, it may be a 1,000, 1,000, and 1,000. There's no wrong or there's no right, but reality is what I'd highly recommend that you do is go back to the person who showed you this video so they can help you structure what that family pack looks like. You know, we've been in the platform now for coming up to 6 months, and I mean, I don't just have 3 packs. I use that as an example for people. I actually have 5 packs, but why stop at 1? Like when you can have multiples and have even more income. And you know, so each packet, of course, what you can afford. And I always say to people, you know, everything's risky. You know, only put in what you're prepared to lose. That's super important as well. You know, we started with $2,500, and currently to date we have $75,000 trading in the platform, and none of it is from my own money. It's because I am a business builder. I am an entrepreneur. I've shared it with so many people. But what I have been able to do was all the profits that I've earned from fast start bonuses and stuff, I've been able to put back into the platform and upgrade my packs. You know, so we have $75,000 trading in the platform, and not one penny of it is from my own money, because we already took out our original investment. That's put back into my bank account. Now the system, we are just playing with, we're playing the game like it is. It's an actual game where you get to upgrade your packs and earn money, and you know, not have to outlay shitloads of money. So again, reach back to the person who showed you this video, and they will be able to help you map out that family pack. And of course, if you have any questions as well, again, go back to them. I'm sure they'll be more than happy to help and support you. But until then, and if I see you in the group, congratulations on making the decision to get started. But definitely have a look at the family pack strategy. It works. Thanks, guys.
Okay. Hi, Sue Ellen. Sorry,
I tried to get on earlier, but I was out of the house in my car, but I had my laptop with a dongle, and I couldn't get on.
Oh, what a shame, because you missed the majority of it.
But I know, but it says it's been recorded. Has it been recorded?
It's been recorded. Yes, it has. And for Steve as well. I know Steve got on late, but thank you for joining.
Mortified.
Oh, not to worry. Okay, so I don't know how many on here have actually seen Char's video before, apart from Terry, and I believe Andy have. Were you able to watch it all in the past, Andy?
Yeah.
Oh, you had. Sorry.
I've seen one of hers, not that one, but I've seen another one of hers.
Okay, so how many of you now, after listening to that, possibly for the first time, would actually, when they're talking to prospects, give them the option of a family pack?
It's definitely, I mean, I did a little bit of that when I first set up, as you know, Janet.
Yes, I do.
My nephew and Lara, not thinking the way that Char's sort of structured it, but it's definitely a fantastic way of making your money work. I mean, obviously, as we know, she mentions a couple of words that are sort of no-nos: investment and return on investment, but you know, it gets the message across, and it's probably the easiest way to explain to people what's actually happening. But yeah,
it was one of the little things. Do I put it into the Facebook group because of the fact she uses the word investment? I know we're not meant to, but it is really what we're doing, isn't it?
That's what I think. I'm wondering really why originally I thought, yes, we don't want to use the word investment, but now I'm thinking about it. Why don't we? Why don't we want to use that word?
We're not allowed to use it because we're not financial advisors. That's the nicky picky thing of it.
Right. Okay.
Because we could be classed as giving financial advice.
Okay.
Which we're not really allowed to do. But
no, of course not.
No. I do think it's always good to emphasize, though, to people, never put in more than you can afford to lose. Because, you know, it could look as if you are pushing them to put a lot of money in, especially with the strategy, you know, where she's got the 1,000 and the 2,000s. I mean, she's sort of asking people for 2,500. That's how she started off the video, of suggesting that people came in at 2,500, explaining there isn't a 2,500 pack, but how she structured it to come in with a 1,000 pack at the top and 2,000 packs either side to make the triangle.
Right.
You'll see when you rewatch it, Sue Ellen.
Okay.
Yeah. But I think I mean, a bit like Graham and myself, I mean, we're one side of the triangle, but we've got a daughter, well, several daughters and family on the other side. So we're not actually all the wealth going into our pockets, but we are getting obviously the fast start bonuses and the uni level. So yes, you know, we do benefit, and we can help family probably even more so than helping each other, because you're more on a one-to-one. Although we're all here for each other, it's just, you know, a bit different, isn't it, when it's your daughter or your mum or somebody else. But I think the structure is very good. So when she explains to people, she gives them the option of coming in just on their own, of coming on with themselves, and if they've got a company, a limited company set up at company's house, they can come on with a pack in that name as well. And in her case, her dad's, I don't know how old her dad is, but he's not interested in CFX one little bit, and he's allowed her to use his name. So when the KYC comes in, she will be able to show that he is a proper person. I mean, they won't know that it's going to her bank account, but he's happy for her to use his details in order for her to have a triangle set up to get the best money into her bank or into her wallet, or however she wants to spend it.
It's just a point on the wallets, Janet. Obviously, we're aware that you can't have multiple accounts going to one Bitcoin address. I know.
Yes.
I mean, I've got one wallet which allows me to create untold number of Bitcoin addresses, so it can all go into one wallet. But some only allow you to have one Bitcoin address. Obviously, in that instance, you couldn't do a withdrawal from the three accounts into one pack at the same time, because obviously it would trip over the withdrawal process.
No, thank you for mentioning that, Andy. Yeah, that is very true. Yes. I don't know if all the wallets allow multiple addresses.
Luno does. Luno,
right.
I've got separate for Callum, for Lara and myself.
Okay. All right. That's good. Thank you for sharing that bit. Is there anything else anybody wants to ask or chat about on Char's presentation there? Okay.
I mean, it's a cracking presentation. You know,
Yeah.
It gets the message over, and it's a great strategy to adopt. It's a shame that we hadn't come across that before. Her have you seen her Facebook page, Janet?
No, I haven't. I've tried to find it, but I haven't got it. There is a link to it which I need to get. Have you managed to find it? No, I think she's hidden, because going back to the start of this call tonight, my group, for which the latecomers on here, the backdrop I've got is my Facebook page now, and it's a hidden group, and you can only get on it via invites. So if you have any prospects, then we need to put, well, if you want to, but the group I've set up is for you to put your prospects in there, and they will see the videos. It's all information only. There's no recognitions, there's no clapping hands, there's no chat. It's purely putting the prospects in there for them to look and see a business presentation and lots of other things you will see when you actually go in. As I say, I need to work out how I can give you access, or perhaps give you the link. Perhaps that might be the best thing. There's an invitation link that I can give to each of you that you can send out to your prospects in order for them to go in the group, because if they're not on Facebook, obviously they can't go in. But Char also, on the Futures Executives and Managers group, she was also saying about the way she recruited, and that was through her story and nothing else. Purely by doing her story, having ongoing things all the time, not only about business, about being out with her family, being on holiday. Graham and I have started to do it. it's a bit tough keeping up because they drop off so quickly. But we went out for a walk yesterday and I said, come, we've got to take a few pictures walking along the cliff tops, you know, just to say this is what time freedom gives you when you're having a passive income. You can just go out when you want to, do the things that you want to do. And then I've put some inspirational quotes on there. There's a lot of stuff that you can find out there that you can put on there. And we're getting quite a following, but it is a question of keeping it up. But we've got about 5, 6, 7 little snippets, because I think if you just have 1 or 2, it's quite long to watch it and people tend to lose interest and go off. So if you can have the pages turning over fairly quickly, then you tend to keep the interest. I think the most we've had, 2 of us, I think we've both had 45 on one day. And it's people that have told us in the past, definitely not interested, don't want to know what you're doing, oh, you must be mad. You know, all these people have suddenly started to come out the woodwork. Whether they ever get involved or not, who knows? We're still getting paid whether or not they come on or whether they don't. But they are certainly taking an interest now. We're seeing the same names pop up, and it makes you smile, makes me smile when I see them that have told me to get lost and they're actually watching. And I'm getting little hearts, and Graham's getting thumbs up, and he's putting out there when he goes fishing. And of course, when we go on the cruise, hint, hint, 10 days to go, happy days. There'll be
going somewhere then.
Yeah, I know. Nice, isn't it? So it'll be a question of putting out a few more on them, mixed up with a little bit of, obviously, of bringing it back to business and giving the trading results that go out there, and just mixing it up, really. So is that something that you're going to be starting to do, Andy? Because I know you've asked me what I'm doing to move mine forward. No, when you're not so busy, hang on, when you're in France, now look at that. That's going to be great, isn't it? All the stuff you can put on while you're out there. When you should be working, you're out in France, living the life, preparing for the travel.
The office for today, yes.
Yes, definitely. Yours would be wonderful.
I'm not sure if the weather's like it is at the moment, but
it looks lovely in your background. Oh dear.
So yes, depending on the broadband or Wi-Fi signal out there, I could well be sat there this time next week.
Oh, I'm
Get
sure
yourself on satellite.
Yeah. Yeah, I was interested actually. Ray Sinclair mentioned something about a month or so ago in going away from traditional broadband, and I was going to find out a little bit more about that, because I don't think the broadband is fantastic where we are. So
Yeah, satellite broadband is really fast.
Sapphire, is it?
there you go. There's a guy that knows. Talk to Dave.
Just a little bit snippet of information. It's my birthday on the 30th of this month. When I reach the
the cakes, are you? You're going to send out cakes?
Yeah. So they're going to be virtual cakes.
Oh, okay.
Well, remember to wish you a happy birthday, Dave. Is that a Tuesday?
But I don't know. It's my birthday.
30th. Well, that's very important. That's very, very important.
But there's something more important than my birthday. I mean, I'll be 68 years old, which seems unbelievable to me, considering that when I was 50, I never thought I'd get beyond 60. But I still feel fine. And on my birthday, I'll be hitting 20K.
Fantastic. Fantastic. We'll get the graphics done for you. Yeah, and talking about hitting 20K, look at the upgrades we had this week. I mean, the team was on fire, wasn't it? Absolutely brilliant.
I've got a few more to upgrade as well.
Have you?
Yeah, I think I've got another 3 or 4.
Good.
Well, are you in the or do you do the upgrades for him, Andy, on the Telegram?
In the past. Yeah,
You've done them.
So
okay.
So just send me the photos, Pave, and I can do them for you.
I'll do my best. I'm trying to sort out all my pictures.
Yeah.
That is good. Yeah, I couldn't believe the amount of upgrades, and say we've got more. I didn't know you had some coming as well, Dave. I know
Yeah,
there's
unfortunately.
unfortunately. No, it's
That
all
means
good.
I've had to do some work.
Right, so we were a bit premature then, happening the week before with ours.
No, I want them all spread out. How we get, yeah, don't forget, you've got to get the points. They drop off, don't they? They're rolling day, 30 points. We don't want them all on one day.
No.
Why not?
Because they'll all drop off on the same day.
It doesn't matter because there'll be more coming in.
Well, so long as the momentum keeps going like it should, I think we're all keyed up for that. Has anybody got any questions for this evening? Has anybody got anything they want us to cover briefly that hasn't been said or done?
What I think is very interesting is listening to Char when you were speaking. She's now an ambassador, I believe.
President.
A president,
President.
yeah. Yeah, so her system really does work.
And do you know how long that? Sorry.
So she's done that in just about a year.
I was about to say, yes, she did. She wanted to do it in 12 months. And the first week she sat on her hands and then she did it in 12 months and 1 week. So she said she did really do it in 12 months. If she'd have just got off her backside and started a week earlier, she would have done it. It just goes to show, doesn't it? But she's offered that strategy right from the start.
Yeah.
So she saw the bigger picture. It takes a little while for me to see the bigger picture, but I mean that was brilliant. And she offers it to everybody she brings in. And I think 85% of people actually do take her up on that 3-pack strategy. And of course it automatically catapults your business. And if everybody does the duplication on those 3-pack system, well, there you go. In a year, she got to president. It's mind-blowing.
Well, the point is it's creating so much depth in your business.
Yes.
And that's what gives you all the benefits of the accelerated growth through all the various levels that you can reach.
It certainly is.
She does talk about building under each leg in a certain way on her other video, and I'm not 100% certain really.
That's the one I lost.
Yeah. Oh right, okay.
That was the one I had up when I went onto my Facebook page.
Right.
Yes,
okay.
She does. You've got the top one and then the 2 either side.
Yeah.
And then she makes sure that she evens up. Yeah, she evens up her builders. She doesn't put all her builders in one side, 2 passive and 1 builder, and then 2 passive and 1 builder. So she evens it up all the way down for future rankings.
That's right.
Trouble is, you don't always know who's going to be a builder and who's going to be passive, but it's a little bit finger in the air, isn't it?
Well, it certainly is.
Well, you look in their eyes and see if there's anybody home.
But
is that you, Dave? Hello.
The chap that Vivian spoke to last summer, I've mentioned him before. This day, it's another David, who's on the oil rigs out in Thailand. Spoke to him this morning. He's signed up and he's funding in the morning. Was funding today, but he left his password book at home, so we're funding tomorrow. And he said to me, I said that I wanted to be passive. I went, yes. He said, it's a bit stupid, really, isn't it? He said, this is such an amazing platform. And if what you tell me is true, why don't I want to share it? So next month, I want to bring in my wife. And then I want to bring on 2 guys that work on the oil rigs with me. He said, I get paid lots of money, but those two poor chaps, exactly the same work and they get paid a pittance. So depending on how I'm fixed, he said, I want to buy both of those, either a $300 or a $500 pack, and then I want to help them grow their teams. Oh, that was like music to my ears. And he's actually gone under my daughter because she was the one that first started the conversation when she was when she was having a go at the recruitment side, but I must admit she hasn't carried on with it. But it's her first one, and she's really hit the jackpot. Although it's taken him 6 or 8 months to get signed up, the seed was sown, and we followed up. I actually followed up for her with the call of myself, the one I showed you last week, when I'm physically talking to him instead of typing. I'm physically speaking to him, and he came back to me, and from there on in, this is what's transpired from that starter conversation. So you just never know who you're going to be talking to, and hopefully, as you say, the lights have gone on and they see the bigger picture, and Bob's your uncle. With any luck, I've got my third leg under my daughter.
Never know. Cool, good.
It would be good. Okay, everyone, it's over the hour now. Is there anything, Terry, you've been very quiet tonight. Is there anything you want to share or say to us? Is he still here?
He's muted.
Terry, oh, he's unmute.
Keep him muted.
He's keeping
muted. That's right.
Okay.
I talk too much. No, I've been making notes and everything. Yeah, very good. Char is, he leaves you food for thought, what she does.
She does, yes. It's another seed to sow, isn't it, when we're explaining the business opportunity?
Yes, yeah. Creating money out of your structure. A family structure, but creating income out of it.
That's right. Wealth. I like the sound of that. Okay. Well, if there's nothing else, everybody, as I say, congratulations again on all the fantastic upgrades we had last week, and looking forward to this week's with Dave and anybody else that's upgrading. I know Dean's upgrading with you, Pam, tomorrow. Absolutely brilliant. So I'll see you all next week, same time, same place. Have a great week, and thank you for coming on. Okay. Bye, everybody.
Bye.
Bye. Bye. Thank you.
Thank you.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.